Hey everyone, it's Brie. So today I'm getting around to the question and answers part. Of course, now I've got back to the UK, I've immediately caught a cold, so please excuse us snapping through the video. And I've got a ton of questions to get through, so I'm going to go straight into it. Okay, so what are your career aspirations? Do you want to be a dealer or nurse, midwife? No, I don't. Currently, I have no idea what I actually want to go into, but I definitely don't think I want to be a dealer or a nurse, just because, like, I don't know, I've had enough of being in hospitals or anything kind of to do with medical stuff, to be honest. But also because I'm unschooled now, I really like being out of school, not having to go into like education, all that kind of stuff, and that's really not something I have any desire to do right now. So I don't know about the future and whether I want to do that. I'd quite like to expand on my business, but I'll have to see about that. Next one is, what job would you like to do? Something related to femininity and all that, or something completely different? Kind of like the first question, I have no idea. You know, I think I'd like to run a business. In fact, I would really love to run a business, but I don't know what it's going to be in. It might be continuing cloth menstrual products. I would love to do something to continue like promoting the idea of rumps and all that sort of stuff, so we'll have to see. Next one is, do you regularly write poetry, and who are your favourite authors? I enjoyed your poetry video a lot. I don't actually regularly write poetry. I love poetry. It's the thing I've always really enjoyed. It was the one thing I loved doing at school in English, but I don't write it that often. That's kind of sad. I might do another video on that though, so we'll have to see. How do you ask your mum for cloth panty liners, cloth pads and a menstrual cup if you don't have your period yet? Basically, you say, Mum, I'd really like to try cloth pads and a menstrual cup when I start my period. It really is as simple as that. You've just got to say it. And I have 3 other videos on like ideas and things you could say, so if you want to know what my biggest, tips are, then go and watch them. But in general, I just say, you just have to ask them outright, say, as my body, I'd really like to try this, please, Mum. What do your pads cost in American currency? How much do you charge to ship to the US? I charge £3.75 to the US everywhere. Like, all of you seem to give me your zip codes whenever I ask. I'm like, I don't need that. I just need to know that you're in the US. It doesn't change what the price when you're in the UK for wherever you ship. I don't know what it is in American currency. However, you can go onto Google, just type in currency calculator, and it will give you like 2 options to change English into dollars. I think the currency rate at the moment is about £1 equals $1.60. So I'm not entirely sure. What cups pop open the best? Like the Lady Cup you have, but can you focus on the ones that have a bigger capacity than that? Lady Cup is a very good poppy one. The other one I know that's got the nickname The Rock is the Yuki Cup Classic. I haven't tried this cup, but everyone says it's very, very firm. So if you want a firmer cup, then you might want to look into that one. And it's also the biggest capacity of the largest size that any menstrual cup has. It's the largest capacity of all the large cups, I think. It certainly was. Don't know if it still is. And the small cup is kind of average. I think it's 20, maybe 25 millilitres, but you can look into that. Do you think you could do a video on how to donate cloth pads? This is kind of difficult. Most of the time when we donate cloth pads, you just send them off with missionaries. That's how you do it. There's a charity in the US called Days for Girls, which you can use, but I'm in the UK, and the only one I found in the UK was Algerian Action, but I don't think they're doing it anymore, so I really don't know, I'm afraid. When I donate cloth pads, I usually send them off with a friend who gives them to the missionaries. What's your thoughts on babies before marriage and or single parents by choice? And as you get more subscribers, will you still read and respond to comments, or is it pointless because there's so many to read? Lol. There are a lot to read. I cannot respond to every single comment, or I would never be off YouTube. I do try and respond to the really important ones and the ones I feel like I really should respond to, but most of the time I'm just flicking through my phone and I have like 10 different messages to deal with at once, so bear with me on that. But I try to if I can. And the babies before marriage and single parents by choice, I think like I admire when you do that, but I'm sure it's really difficult, and I personally would hate it if I had no idea who my father was, or who my mother was, I guess, because it's not always just mums, it's dads as well. But yeah, because I just like, everyone has a mother and a father, a biological mother and father I should say, because you can't physically have a baby with 2 eggs or 2 sperm, or like 1 egg by itself, unless you clone yourself, which is not legal. But yeah, so I think I would spend a lot of time wondering what my actual father was like and all that sort of stuff. I don't know if it would affect my happiness. I don't know anyone who's actually born has a parent who's a single parent by choice. They chose to have a baby on their own, but yeah. I know people who want to be, but I don't know anyone who actually is, who's got a child who's my age. Yeah, so I don't really have, and before marriage, as long as you've got a stable relationship, I think it's fine. Marriage is just a piece of paper, to be honest. Who inspired you to use rumps? No one really inspired me as I watched. I just found them and I thought they were so great, and that was just kind of it for me. I just loved the idea from the start, and the fact that I could wear a menstrual cup for the entire day at school, that was really great for me, so that's good. Have you ever thought about speaking publicly / locally on this topic? You'd be amazing at it, and it would fill the knowledge gap that exists even to this day on the subject of women's cycles. Knowledge is power. I love that saying, by the way, knowledge is power. It's really true. I would love to speak in public and stuff, and I've danced on stage and I've sang on stage and performed and stuff, so I'm not shy about that, but I actually suffer from agoraphobia, so it's really difficult for me to get out and about and stuff. So doing videos on YouTube is fine, but whenever I get in a car, I'm terrified to get out of it, and it's because I've been so sick, and anyone who's sick can relate to this, but not knowing where the toilets are or not knowing how far you're going to go, it's really scary, because you don't know if you're going to be sick, if you can actually get back or not, and I don't know, it's actually pretty scary to do that, and as discriminatory as this is going to sound, I really get scared of people who are wearing tracksuits. They just terrify the life out of me, in sweatpants, especially grey ones. I don't know what it is, it's just like I just freak out. It is a stereotype, I know that, trust me, but it's just, I can't help my body's immediate reaction. It's just what happens. What can each of us do to help girl get the word out about rumps without getting judged by others? It's kind of difficult to do this, like there's always negative comments. You just have to basically try and spread it to friends, you know, people who you think might be interested. Just play the positive sides of it and all that sort of stuff. Do you have any siblings? No, I don't, and I've never let my mum forget it. I've never forgiven her for not giving me a sibling. I hate being an only child so much. Can't wait till I can have kids, to be honest. Like, I'll have at least 3, I think. But my parents had a real trouble conceiving me. My dad had a heart attack when I was 3. So I guess that makes things difficult. But also my mom did have a miscarriage, so I guess technically I had a sibling, but because I never actually met them, I guess I just don't think of them as real, so yeah. What are your thoughts on using hormonal birth control? Have you ever thought about using it to control your pain or have you period? I hate the idea of hormonal birth control just because I hate the idea of messing with my body's natural hormones and its natural structure just to prevent a pregnancy, which doesn't always work. And for using it on periods and stuff, I don't agree with that. You know, if your periods are painful, something's wrong with your body, something's not right, you need to sort it out. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So no, I don't want to use it for that. I have been offered it about a gazillion times and I always say no because I hate the idea of it. But yeah, so I don't like the idea of hormonal birth control at all. I have trouble getting the menstrual cups in, and I have trouble even with tampons. Do you have any advice? I recently stumbled across your channel and very helpful. There you go. Getting menstrual cups in, I basically smother my cup with lubricants. That's always the best way to get your cups in. Use a small cup like the small Maluna as well if you're just starting out. It's a good one for beginners. Is it possible for your cervix to be just too low to wear a menstrual cup? And also, what does your dad think about your channel and everything? Are you both very open about it, or is it still some embarrassment there? On the cervix thing, yes, it is possible to have your cervix too low to use a menstrual cup. Often if women who have had a child and they give birth leaning back or on their backs don't realise how much pressure it puts on your or your muscles, it just put you're twice as likely, I think, to have a prolapse. A recent study showed, or something like that. I don't know a lot about that, but I do know you're more likely to have a prolapse if you do that. So I guess if you get really low, your cervix can't be used. Your cervix gets really low, then you won't be able to use menstrual cup. However, you might be able to try the mini Maluna. That usually works for people who've had prolapses. How long did you have this channel? Oh, sorry, I forgot to go back onto the dad thing. My dad and I just basically blurt out whatever I'm thinking about periods. There's no embarrassment on my part. I'm not entirely sure on his, to be honest. So yeah. How long do you have the channel? I started this channel last year in April 30th, so I've had it for almost 1 year now. 2,000 subscribers in 1 year is not bad. How's your health nowadays? It's okay. It's still kind of bad every now and then. I have my good days and bad days, but it's much better now than it was this time last year. This time last year I was struggling to eat, get out of bed and all that sort of stuff, so I'm a lot better compared to that. Do you colour treat your hair? It's very pretty. Also, do you use natural skin / body products? If so, what? I used to colour treat my hair because it's kind of got, you can't see here, but it has kind of golden highlights, I guess. That was in just before I went off to Dubai in December, I think. I got that done. I've decided not to dye my hair anymore just because, like, I don't mind the natural colour it is. I need to get it cut because it's really, really long. Like, you can't see because I've got it in this thing, but it's super long now. And natural skin / body products, yes, I use organic, lots of stuff that has aloe vera in it. I'm a big fan of aloe vera, and tea tree oil. and I try and avoid like skin product. I use organic shampoo. I'm really bad at moisturising my skin, but if I do moisturise my skin, it's with like a 99% aloe vera gel. The rest is some natural thing as well, but I've made sure it's organic. What's the best way to talk to your friends about rumps? How do you do it, and what's your relationship history? Have you had any boyfriends? With my friends, I basically worked on them slowly, asking them if they knew what was actually in disposable products, and of course they didn't, because nobody really knows. And yeah, then I gave my friend 2 cloth pads just to tell her, like, you can just try these, and she loved them, and now she uses cloth, and she's lucky, she gets her mum to wash them. My mum wouldn't do that. So actually she's really open, and her mum uses them now, I think, as well sometimes, so that's really good. And as for boyfriends, I've had one boyfriend when I was 11, and he was my boyfriend for 3 years, and I haven't had one since then. His name was Aaron. Can you use coconut oil on a menstrual cup as a lubricant? Yes, you can, and actually I'm meaning to get some very soon. It's great for a lot of things, coconut oil, like stretch marks if you're pregnant, good for your skin, you know, it's good for your hair, good for your teeth as well, I think. So there's a lot of really good products for this, that's something to bear in mind. What do you do aside from post videos? I run a business selling cloth menstrual pads, and that's pretty much it. Occasionally we'll go out for walks and stuff, but my life is pretty dull otherwise. How did you muster up the courage to make your first video? Basically, I just found these products and loved them so much, I really wanted to get the word out about them, so that's how I turned my laptop camera on for a while and started making videos, and I have ever since. Can you start a pink pad account? No, because I'll tell you why. I just started an Instagram now. If I start any more social media, I'm never going to be offline, and I really need to get stuff done half the time, so I can't right now. But yeah. How do you maintain a close relationship with your parents? This is an interesting question actually, because I'm close to my mum, but I'm not close to my dad at all. The thing is with my mum, like, she gets me, and if I'm really sick, I can look at her and be like, Mum, I'm really sick, I need to go, and she'll understand it, and she'll get us out of there, and will ask me things and knows how to cope with it and stuff. My dad has no clue what I'm doing. I could be staring at him, pleading, and like, I need to get out here, and he has no idea what's going on. And I have sometimes been in agony, and he just has no idea until I tell him, and then he likes to tell everyone that we're leaving because of this, and I'm like, no, just, that's not happening. And you know, I'm not like embarrassed about my things, but I don't like everyone knowing I'm sick, because then everyone goes, oh, how are you feeling? How are you doing? And I'm like, really? I'm always sick, just get used to that. So as you could tell, I've already got a cold right now. So yeah, but also just like, he thinks that I'm 6, I'm not 16, and my mum treats me like an adult, but also my mum's an optimist and my dad's a pessimist, so if I do something, it's like, oh, that's good, but you could do this better and stuff, and then mum will be like, that's really good, but think about this. So I've given up on my dad, but we'll see. And finally, how do you recommend breaking it to your parents what you want? If I did, they would just tell everyone how good I am at reviews. I just kind of told you what it was my dad. My dad tells me that, and that's fine. For me, I would just say to them, look, this is what I want to use, and it's kind of, well, I kind of just said to Mum, I like these products, buy some for me. Because I'm a spoiled brat. But she like supported my choice and stuff. So tell the one you think is going to understand the most, really, and if you can afford to buy them, then you should probably buy them. And just say, it's very hard actually, that I have to admit, but you can do it if you really want. What's your horoscope sign? I think it's like my zodiac sign. I'm a Leo for my star sign, so I think that's the same, but I don't really know. So, and last one, how old were you when you first tried a menstrual cup? Do you need to break your hymen to put one in the first time? And any other tips if it still hurts to use one? Your hymen doesn't break, it can stretch or tear. Just gonna bust that myth right now. I was 15 when I first tried my menstrual cup, and if it still hurts to get it in, smother it in lubricant like I said before. If it hurts to get it out, do the hot dog and bun technique, where you basically make it into a U shape before you take it out so it doesn't hit your urethra. Sometimes say you are just too tight to use one, and the good thing is to lubricate your finger and just stick it in your vagina and gently stretch your vagina. That sometimes helps for a lot of people. And you know, if you're in the bath as well, try it when you're in the bath or on your back and in different positions just to see. So that was all the questions that you guys asked. I hope this video wasn't too long, but if it was, then I hope it was still useful. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, it's Bree. So today I thought I'd just do a quick video, even though I said I wasn't going to do one. I've said that twice now, I think, but whatever. I just reached 2,000 subscribers, which is amazing. I think Jordan Myers, I can't remember the surname, was my